Hello and welcome back to a brand new video of Wizard Sticks. Today, I will be showing you how to make a character in Baldur's Gate 3. I've already showed you who are the origin characters in Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not going to show that again, but let's start off with our races first. So we have an elf, tiefling, drow, human, githyanki, dwarf, half-elf, halfling, gnome, dragonborn, and half-orc. So half-elf can have two sub-races. Some of them have sub-races. High elf you can either be a high elf or a wood elf, and for the high elf you can have a cantrip, any of these cantrips, which is acid splash, bone chill, fire bolt, poison spray, ray of frost, shocking grasp, blade ward, friends, dancing lights, light, mage hand, mirror illusion, or true strike. Our next race is tiefling. You can either choose the Asmodeus tiefling, this tiefling, or the Zariel tiefling, like Karlach. You can be a drow, and the subraces are Lothorn Sworn Drow or the Seldorn Drow. For human, you can just be a human. There's nothing to that. Githyanki, nothing to that. But dwarf, you can be a gold dwarf, shield dwarf, or a Durin dwarf. You can be a half-elf, and there are sub-races to this class, which are high half-elf, wood half-elf, and drow half-elf. There's also a halfling you can be, which the sub-races are Lightfoot or Strongheart. You can be a gnome. You can be 3 different elemental gnomes: rock, forest, or deep gnome. You can be a dragonborn, which the dragonborn, you can be different, the dragonborn has different ancestor things, and you can be a black, blue, brass, bronze, copper, gold, white, silver, green, or red. And our final one is half-orc. I'll be creating my own character, in my own time, but I'm just showing you what everything is to do. Barbarian, bard, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard. So bard, cleric, paladin, druid, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard are all spellcasting classes with different spells that you can choose from. But barbarian, fighter, monk, rogue, ranger, those are all fighting classes. Barbarian, there's nothing to it. Bard, you can choose some, and for bard you can choose a starting instrument and 2 spells. You can choose cantrips and spells. For cleric, you can choose cantrips, a subclass, which is life dominant domain, light domain, tricky domain, knowledge domain, nature domain, tempest domain, or war domain. And you can also choose your own god, which there are a lot of gods to choose from, but my fave is Bahamut, which you can. He's the god of justice, so that is a pretty cool god. For druid, it's just you can just choose cantrips. For fighter, you can choose a fighting style. Adopt a particular fighting style: archery, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, protection, two-weapon fighting. For monk, at level 3, you can choose your way of your monk. You can be a wave shadow, wave elements, or one other thing, which I totally forgot what that is. For paladin, you can choose your oath: oath of the ancient, oath of devolution, oath, or oath of vengeance. For ranger, you can choose a favorite enemy, and you can be a natural explorer. For rogue, you get to just be a first. There's nothing to it, as you can see on the side. For sorcerer, you can choose cantrip and spells. You can choose wild magic, draconic bloodline, or storm ancestry. If you choose draconic bloodline, you get to choose one of these dragon things. And then you have warlock. You can choose a cantrip and spells, and also a fiend, archfey, the great old one, or the fiend. And you have a more class to go, which is wizard. You practice. You can select cantrips, spells, and I'll choose my own class for this. And then, you can also choose for some classes, for the spellcasting classes, you can choose your prepared spells. So for the backgrounds, we can do Charlian, criminal, entertainer, folk hero, guild. You can be a guild thing, a noble, outlander, sage, or soldier, or an urchin. That is it. Thank you for listening to how to make a character in Baldur's Gate 3.